Say hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Say something.
I think we just got disconnected there for a little bit.
I can sort of hear you, Ethan, but it's breaking up a lot.
Talk again.
I think it disconnected a little. I think it's good now.
Yeah, that's good. Hello?
Oh hi. So I think we just got disconnected there for a little. It just froze my screen.
Okay, yeah, I can talk to you. It's a little bit blurry.
Yeah.
What's me? Oh, I had to work hard. Is that what we're at?
Yeah, we were talking about basically how you came to be a rugby player.
Yeah, I think, having to work hard. Everybody has to work hard to do what they want to do in terms of the job,
Yeah.
sport, or active part. And I was no different. But I really appreciate that I did it for a couple of years, and I had to go working in the day and training at night and things like that, because it makes me really appreciate the look I am now, lifestyle I live now.
So did you train every day? Like you went to the gym and do you just trained with rugby, practice your skills and stuff?
Because when I was in the under-18s, the under-18 team at Wigan, I was playing with lads that were a year or two older than me, and they were a lot better than me. So every time I went to train, I felt like I needed to learn. I had this sort of skill set. I could pass and kick, and I could do things that everyone else could do. But I need to learn off the best people, sort of how they played and the sort of brains behind the actual game, reading games and plays and learning things over and over again. So it was, every time I went training, I was, I insisted that I was going to learn something new, and I trust. But still, when we both got trained, if something needs to be learned, like there usually is, I want to make sure of that.
Yeah. So when you were a kid, did you ever play any other sports, or did you just solely play rugby league?
Well, how crazy it is in Wigan for rugby league.
Yeah.
And so that was great for me. I played on the football team a little bit at school, or the soccer team, if you'd call it.
Yeah.
Did a little bit of it. Wasn't bothered about. Could just kick a ball a long way. So I used to stand in defence and just really interested. It was basically rugby league from the start for me.
Yeah, that's similar to me when I play soccer.
Yeah, I just did it because I had to, doing PE and stuff.
Yeah. So, when you were growing up and you say you wanted to become a professional rugby league player, who were your inspirations and your favorite players?
And when I was a kid, I was a Warrington fan.
Yeah.
I was from Warrington. Guy, when I was really young, there was a guy called Lee Penn. He played for he was a full-back, and I used to think he was brilliant. He used to break a lot, tackle and score a lot. He was someone else too. And then there was another guy called Alfie Lang. He's a little Australian bloke.
Yeah.
He played for Warrington.
Yeah.
He was, I just used to like it. He's so small and still got the job done. I've always been relatively small. Certainly when I was younger, I was comparative to boys my age, so I always took a little bit from the way that Alfie Lang was playing.
Yeah, that's the same thing with me, and why you're a big inspiration, because I'm a lot smaller compared to kids in my school, so it's good to have a smaller player like you to look up to?
Yeah, I think it's always good to be a bit of an underdog anyway.
Yeah. So, did you like any Wigan players when you were a kid, or was it just Warrington?
No, I did. I really like Chris Radlinski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was a real good player and somebody that I always admired the way he played. And how silky he was when he got the ball in his hands. You weren't quite sure what he was going to do. I remember when I first met Chris Radlinski, I was a little bit starstruck. I came to the stadium in Wigan and got chatting to him, and I was stuttering, didn't know what to say. I was about 16 years old, and now Rad's is a good friend of mine. We go out for a beer together there, and I don't see him like that anymore, which is strange, really.
Yeah.
I think that's I'm lucky that I've seen players and I admired them for years. People like Sean Loughlin, Adrian Morley, JD Fox. I've admired them for years, and now the friends. So it's strange that you can look up to someone for so long and then sort of become a friend of them. Not many people get to do that. So yeah, I'm lucky again.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. How you used to look up to them, and now you're like on the same team and good friends with them.
So that might be like me and you in years. You'll be playing for Wigan and we'll be out having a beer.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Might happen, yeah.
Yeah. But so you kind of touched on this, but what was the exact age or time when you felt that you could actually make it professional for Wigan?
To be honest, it was once I'd started playing Super League.
Yeah.
I didn't truly believe it till then. I'd been in the first team squad and made my debut in 2008 against Whitehead, and I scored 5 tries, and people were then talking me up, saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to be a good player." We won 108-10 in that game, so I wasn't reading too much into it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, at some point, this will go. This could very possibly go wrong. And for a lot of people, they play 1 or 2 games and they sort of fall out of favour and it doesn't quite work for them. I thought that for a while, and that's I wanted to do my best. Maybe a week as soon as I got into the Super League team in 2009. I think probably towards the end of that season, the confidence built. I was starting at standoff for the England team, and that's when I realised, hopefully, and never really but hoped, and crossed my fingers that it continued for a long time, and I've been very fortunate it has so far.
Yeah, it's just like with becoming a rugby player, it's a lot about skill and stuff, but I've noticed it's also a lot about luck and opportunities that you get.
Yeah, it is. It's massively about looking. We're lucky that the team that I came to at Wigan, actually, and they playing. We made a few semis. Michael McVeigh came coaching, and we got a few. We didn't sign more players. We signed Paul Deacon was the only one. And went on and won the comp. So I think I'm lucky that at such a young age, only my second season, I won a grand final. I was playing alongside Sean Loughlin, who played for about 10 years by then. It was his first. I was getting it as well at 20 years old. I'd won a grand final, so I understand that it's very much about luck and timing. And injuries as well, been very lucky with injuries. This is the injury that I've had recently is my first serious injury. Touch wood, I won't get any more. But, so I think, a lot of things do come down to luck, and some players are really lucky and some lucky. You look at someone like Darryl Gilding, who's Hull KR, who's just retired.
Yeah.
Darryl, I've grown up with Darryl, he's older than me. And, he's had knee operations, shoulder operations, and now he's had to retire through concussion. Darryl's a real skillful player, but has been unlucky for injuries. Although he's had a good career, he's played 10 big league teams, and he's sort of been hindered through that with injury. And I think a lot of rugby players, if you look at, all rugby players by the time they've played a long time, they've had some sort of, pretty serious injury, it's a hazard of the job.
Yeah.
We're running into each other at full speed for a living. It's getting
Yeah.
injured. But I think sometimes people are luckier than others, and I've been very lucky.
Yeah. So, what? This is kind of going back to Wigan now. What was your favorite year you played for Wigan?
My last year, 2013.
Yeah, because of the double.
Yeah, winning the double. And not only that, I think 2012 sort of I kept thinking that I wanted to change, and it was tough because I was looking and I love being around family and friends, but I'd sort of got a little bit bored of doing the same thing over and over again. And at the end of the 2000s, told him I wanted to play in RL.
Yeah.
He wasn't cool. We had a few arguments in his office.
Yeah.
A few pieces of paper got thrown around and things like that. Well, it wasn't good. But once I've made this decision to leave Wigan, 2013, I had to make the most of it. Like, I never knew I could play for Wigan again. And I was playing, a lot of my enjoyed it, every little bit of it that I couldn't enjoy it, the most I could. The big thing obviously.
Yeah.
It was winning a double. That was always the plan, but to do it last year was massive. And it always makes it more enjoyable when you're picking trophies.
Yeah. Do you have any games in your career that are your favorites?
It